The harder the person is to get to, the easier the person is to sell.
All right, so I flew over from the UK.
From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
From Houston, Texas.
Friday morning, everybody's packed, it's outside, they're ready to roll, they're ready to do this. Break apart their sales process, figure out where the opportunities are being missed in their business, and Grant Cardone's gonna go deep on how to capitalize on all those so that way they can dominate their market.
People that win at the business cycle and the sales cycle win, period.
You could take everything that Grant does right now and use it. It's usable. It's not just some theory. It's not just some idea that you can think about, right? You can take it and then boom, you're doing something with it right away. Instant value. And I'll be back.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Young Hustlers. I'm back. We were in London for the entire week last week, going out there spreading the GC name in the UK. Dude, people were freaking jacked to see him over there. I was jacked to see him over there because we going global. And for those of you who've been following us for a long time, you know that we've been doing the thing here for 7 or 8 years, pretty hard. And we've been expanding our reach globally. So it was really exciting to be over there. This is Young Hustlers. This is the sales show in the Cardone Zone, where every Thursday at noon East Coast Standard Time, I'm going to come here and I'm going to drop some heat. I'm going to teach you some things that I learned working next to Grant, next to the multi-$100 million guy, the guy that went from nothing to something that we probably all aspire to be. I've had a very unique opportunity to kind of be behind the scenes as this thing grows. And I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and I was like, you know, his name's Jay Adkins, by the way. Jay, I hope you're watching. I was like, man, you know, the coolest thing about working for Grant is that the target, like the example that he sets because of how he operates, like the target is never reached. It continues to grow. And there's this what's the thing that's this resilience, this persistence, there's just this drive, perseverance that continues to push. So I think a lot of times what happens is people, you know, they set a goal or a target, and number one, they either back off because they don't think they're going to hit it, so they quit on it, or number two, they hit it and then they back off. You know, very few people set a target and then hit it and then are already looking for the next one. In fact, Grant is always like, when he's getting close to a target, he sets a bigger target. Like, he never really hits the target. So, man, that's just one thing that I've learned working with him that's been so beneficial for me in my personal growth and my career. And so the purpose of this show is to help kind of teach you guys some of those behind-the-scenes things that Grant doesn't always talk about. You know, he can't talk about what happens behind the scenes, because he's living it. I'm the one looking from behind the scenes, from behind the curtain. And so I want to share what I learned working for Grant with you so that you can go out and make some more money, get where you want to go faster. That's what this show's all about. That's what the sales game is all about. It's about getting where you want to go faster. And so today I want to talk about 3 ways that you can get a new deal today. A lot of people talk about pipeline. A lot of people talk about a sales cycle. A lot of people talk about, man, I need to make money today. How do I do it? It's too hard. You know, we've got to market and promote and advertise to get a lead, and then we got to track them down, chase that lead down so that we can maybe set an appointment. Hopefully they show up for the appointment so we can present our product, and then maybe they say yes, maybe they say no, and we got to follow up with them for, you know, another 30 days. Let me get my little square straightened out there. Another 30 days so that we can actually turn it into a deal. That sounds like a lot of work. It sounds like a long process. If you guys have questions on how to get deals today, call this number right here, 305-865-8668. I got 3 things that you can do These are surefire. They are sure things. They are guaranteed to work for you. And probably 90% of you aren't even doing any of it right now. Like, we got people in our back office right now that aren't doing this. They miss it. It's the low-hanging fruit, right? So 3 ways that you can get a deal today. The first way, most often overlooked way, I forget what the exact statistic it is, but I'm making this up partially. Like 92% of customers say that they would give a referral, but less than 20% of salespeople, I think it's less than 15% of salespeople actually ask. I wonder what that is. Can somebody Google that for me? Just Google stat on referrals versus salespeople asking for them, or something similar to that. It's like insane. The amount of people that you do deals with that are happy, that are satisfied, that like they want to see you do well. They're willing to give you referrals, and you don't ask. It costs 7 times more to get a new opportunity than it does to take an existing opportunity and create another one. So think about that. 30% of what? I don't know what that means. I'm going to do some research right here, guys. This is important. This is an important stat for you guys to understand. Let's see here. 75 mind-blowing sales stats. Let me just see here. Referral. Okay. After a positive experience, 83% of customers would be happy to provide a referral. But salespeople just aren't asking. 29% of customers end up giving a referral. Giving a referral. So 30% actually give them a referral. Salespeople don't even ask for them. Anyways, this is the first holy grail to getting a deal in a short period of time. To get a new customer, you've got to have a lead. You've got to put them into a sales cycle. You've got to build trust. You've got to build rapport. They've got to have a problem that you can solve. All of these things have to happen for you to actually set yourself up to get a deal. Okay? And then you get one, and rather than skipping all that stuff that you did to get your first customer and getting a referral, you go back and you start the whole process all over again. Number one way that you can get more deals, you could probably get a deal today, is by calling and asking for referrals. Okay, so I want to give you 3 ways to make more money, actually get deals in a short period of time like today. So the first thing that I'm covering, the first thing that you need to do is you need to ask for referrals, all right? Don't waste your time finding a new customer. Compress time, like assume that tomorrow is the last day that you're going to be on the face of this earth and you have to produce. Dude, you've got to get referrals. You got to call people. You got to reach out. You got to ask the right way. When we get back from the break, I'm going to actually tell you the right way to ask for a referral rather than not asking at all. This is Young Hustlers. We'll see you right back here.
Are you tired of buying ads? How much would 5 times more visitor from search engines like Google or Bing do for your business? Link Research Tools helps you increase that free organic traffic. We have offerings to get your business to become the dominant force on the internet. The secret of internet traffic is what we give you, and we convert that traffic into cash flow for your business. Learn more at linkedresearchtools.com. That's linkresearchtools.com and sign up now. Wealth Dynamics believes everyone has the God-given right to own their potential. Most of us don't, because we spend 40 hours per week serving the 40-year-to-life sentence, trading our precious time for worthless paper called money. We live on an economic planet, and time and money do need to be exchanged, but it doesn't need to be your time or your money. We teach our clients to secure income producing assets that make the time and money exchange for you, so you can buy your freedom back and live a life of abundance and prosperity. To get there, we must know how to make money, how to keep it, and how to multiply it. Wealth Dynamics provides coaching, education, accountability, and community to help you build wealth. Join our coaching program, get educated on Wealth Dynamics University, and begin networking with the Wealth Dynamics Mastermind Group today. To get started, go to wealthdynamics.com. There's only one person you need to know when it comes to health, fitness, and a better lifestyle. Liz Nierzwicki started her fitness journey at 10, overcame OCD, and is the foremost expert in weight training and dieting. She's the author of the international best-selling Happy, Healthy, Fit, Transform Your Life in 90 Days with the Figure Fit Lifestyle Program. She's also the host of the Figure Fit Life podcast. Liz is there to ensure you achieve your goals in fitness. She knows every movement of the body, every food to eat to get in shape, to achieve your fitness goals. To learn more about Liz, go to liznierzwicki.com. That's liznierzwicki.com right now.
All right, so we're back, Young Hustlers, every Thursday, noon East Coast Standard Time in the Cardone Zone. Dude, we come in here, we dropping sales tips so that you can make more money and get on that getting that jet stream on your path to wealth. Dude, I'll tell you, having money feels way better than not having money. Like, people say that money ain't everything. I think those people are just miseducated. People about the experience, dude, I have some great experiences. Great experiences. Best hotels in the world. Private jets. Dude, I tell you, great experiences come with money, but you got to be willing to do the thing to get the deal, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about 3 ways you can get deals today. The first way that you can get a deal today is not by finding a new customer that you've never talked to before. It's by calling up somebody who's already using your product, your service, and is happy with it, and they're willing to help you by giving you somebody that they know. A couple ways you can ask. Do not ask, can you give me the names of some people that you know? Can you help me out on some deals? Yeah, I mean, what do you want? You know, who do you know that would be a fit for this? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that many people. Like, you got to ask the question the right way. So what I like to do is I like to get really specific. Hey, give me 2 people right now. Who are 2 people that you think of that when you think about what I did for you, who are 2 people that the first thing that come to your mind is, man, they need to get with Jared. We sell sales training. I just sold Johnny. Johnny's happy. Johnny's been on our training program for 60 days. He's crushing it, knocking the ball out of the park. He's already made 10x his investment back. This is a great time to ask Johnny for a referral. Would you agree? Right? Hey, Johnny, who are the first 2 people that you think of? No. Let me finish. Who are the first 2 people that you think of that would benefit from what you had in your business? Like, who are 2 people that you're thinking of right now that you're like, dude, if they had in their business what happened in my business, dude, they'd be doing backflips. They need the help right now. Who are the first 2 people? Get specific with who you're asking for, right? Like, when you open it up and you do the who do you know type thing, or do you know anybody? It's so like people get lost in that. Like, I was talking to Verdell, my assistant. She goes, you know, how can we be in better communication? And I'm like, well, like, when you ask a question, like, ask a specific question. Don't ask a question that's going to overwhelm me. Like, she goes, hey, what are you working on today? And I'm like, I mean, I got like 500 things that I'm working on today. And I get completely overwhelmed, and I'm like, I don't know, I've got a lot of stuff going on. And so we talked about it, and now when she asks a question, she asks a question about something specific. Hey, you know this project that you're working on, last time we spoke, you were looking at X, Y, and Z. What do we need to do to get these done? Now I'm like completely zoned in and focused on that one thing. Johnny, who else do you know in your business? First 2 people that come to mind that could use the help that I gave you in their business. Who are the first 2 people? Dude, the point is you could ask the question wrong 5 or 6 times. You guys aren't even making the call in the first place. So you want to get a deal today? Write down the names of 3 customers that you have that are winning with your product, that are happy, that are satisfied, and make the call the second this show is over. Hey, we've done a great job for you, right? You've had a great experience with me, right? I've done a good job for you, right? Who are the first 2 people that you think of that could benefit from what I did for you? 2 people, 2 names, first 2 people, go. And don't cut them off either, let them finish. So the first way that you can get more deals today is you can mine your existing customers. You don't have to run an ad, you don't have to go through a sales cycle. All you have to do is you have to call an existing customer that's happy. If you don't have any customers that are happy, that's another problem. If you haven't talked to this customer for a year and you're calling out of the blue, you're already screwing up. It's no wonder why you need a deal today to pay your rent or to make a paycheck, because you've been blowing it for the last 12 months. And if it happened with that customer, it probably happened with more. So number 1, get a referral. Number two way to get a deal today. This is not a new deal. This does not require a cold call. This does not require anything else except for making better use of the work that you've already done. Number 2 way to get more business today, upsell an existing customer. Find a package, a product, or a service an existing customer that you have it does not have. Find a package, find an option, and make the call. Hey, Johnny, I know you've done a great job with package A that we have. I want to talk to you about package B. You thought package A was great, and you thought package A really delivered. Package B, you've got to take a look at. Can you give me 3 minutes? How'd you like to 10x your package A results? Let me spend 5 minutes and show you about our package B option, right? So upselling them, right? Another option would be like we work on contracts. So when we sign a company up, they sign a 2-year deal. They sign a 2-year deal for $2,000 a month, pay $6,000 to do a build out and a launch and kickoff and all this stuff, okay? So I'm 14 months into the contract. What can I do to get another deal out of that customer instead of waiting for the 2 years to expire? Make the phone call. Hey, Johnny, I got a great deal for you right now. I can take you out of the existing agreement that you're in, and I can add blah, blah, and blah, and we just sign a new contract today. So I'm getting an extra, if I sign another 2-year deal at month 14, I'm bringing up 8 months of that contract and putting it into a new deal. Does that make sense? Like I'm basically saying, hey, instead of you owning the car for 5 years, by year 3 you're done with it and you want something new anyways. So why don't I take you out of the current situation that you're in right now? I'll handle the rest of that agreement and we'll put you into a new opportunity, a new product, a new service, a new contract, a new package, whatever. These are easy phone calls. These are not new customers. These are existing customers that you already have. The truth is the best salespeople are able to build a network of these warm opportunities that I'm talking about right now, where they don't have to like blow their brains out trying to find a new customer. Like that is the hardest way to do the deal. Let me find a new customer every single time I need to sell a deal. We incentivize our salespeople. We pay the customer that gives us the referral $500 when the deal closes. We incentivize that activity because it's valuable to us as an organization. So we're talking about ways to get business today, right? That should be something that all of you guys want to do. The first thing that you need to do is get referrals. So write down your top 3 customers. Write this down. If you're taking notes, write this down. Write down the names of your 3 top customers, and I want you to call them today as soon as this show's over. Say, Johnny, this is Jared. How's everything? Hope you're well. Hope the kids are great. You know, do your kisses, handshakes, whatever you guys do. Hey, man, I know you've done well with our program. I know you trust me. I know you want to see me do well. Give me the names of 2 people that you know in your business, in your space, however you want to present it, that could benefit from what I did for you. 2 names. Let's go. Come on, I know you want to help me. Let's do this. Number 2 is upsell somebody into an existing, into a larger package, move them out of the current contract that they have. If you sell landscape services, somebody signs a 2 or 3 year deal with you. It's 18 months in, you're halfway in. Try to add more services and get that recontract moved up. These are 2 solid ways right here where you can get a deal today and you don't have to go find a new customer. By the way, we have a sale going on right now. It's Memorial Day. I'm going to tell you guys early, grantcardone.com/sale. Best prices of the year, up to 90% off. Cardone University's on sale, best price of the year. Certification packages are on sale. Planners are on sale. Books are on sale. Audio programs, book. We got everything on sale. We're blowing it out for Memorial Day. Best sale of the year so far. What's that? This weekend only. It ends when Memorial Day passes. And that happens on Monday. So get to the store, grantcardone.com/sale. Come back, point 3, Young Hustlers.
Skyline Security is the fastest growing private company in the Inc. 5000 for the last 3 years in a row. When you work with us, you have access to train on Grant Cardone Sales Training University because we are expanding nationwide and we need the top salespeople to help us do this. We are Brinks Home Security #1 dealer. We offer the top pay in the entire industry and the only company that has the best culture. Let us help you develop into the best version of yourself. Get started with us right now at joinskyline.com. That's joinskyline.com right now. Nico's Computer Engineering is at the front of everything digital and technology. With the most advanced use of Amazon Web Services, artificial intelligence to predict your next sale, learn how to predict what your customers will buy next, learn how to know and automate your whole business so you can do one thing, go make more money. Tim Clark is the guy to know, a thriving entrepreneur and the mastermind behind artificial intelligence sales processes. Get automated, make more money, and grow your business with Nikos. Learn more at nicoce.com. That's nicoce.com right now. Do you want to never have to worry about money again? Are you willing to put in the work to make your dreams come true? With my hands-on training, you can achieve real results selling high-ticket products online. I will show you how you can generate millions per year online. Learn how to build a $30 million business without wasting money on advertising or having to compete for traffic. You can start converting today. To get started, go to ecomexplosion.com. That's ecomexplosion.com right now. The fastest growing e-commerce platform in the fitness space, gymfoodstore.com. Dr. David Carley is a Harvard-trained MD entrepreneur and specialist in rehabilitation and regenerative medicine, along with Zoe Bedford, experience in distribution and product development. Bring you an online store interested in optimizing your health. Gym Food Store is your online marketplace for nutritional and sports supplementation, all things health. Gym Food Store is here to help you identify and validate product selection. Learn more at gymfoodstore.com. That's gymfoodstore.com right now.
The harder the person is to get to, the easier the person is to sell.
All right, so I flew over from the UK.
From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
From Houston, Texas.
Friday morning, everybody's packed, it's outside, they're ready to roll, they're ready to do this. Break apart their sales process, figure out where the opportunities are being missed in their business, and Grant Cardone's gonna go deep on how to capitalize on all those so that way they can dominate their market.
People that win at the business cycle and the sales cycle win, period.
You could take everything that Grant does right now and use it. It's usable. It's not just some theory. It's not just some idea that you can think about, right? You can take it and then boom, you're doing something with it right away. Instant value. And I'll be back.
All right, we're back, Young Hustlers. Every Thursday, noon East Coast Standard Time. I'm here on the Cardone Zone delivering some sales game for you to increase your sales and increase your income in the shortest period of time possible. Income is the one lever that you can pull in your life that'll open all the doors. There's not one single investment that you can make. There's not, people ask all the time, they're like, hey man, I got 15 grand, where should I invest it? I got 25 grand, where do I invest it? How can I double my 25 grand? The truth is that until you're like super financially secure, investments don't really matter that much. Like I know that's kind of a weird thing, but like the most important thing you can do is increase your income. Continuing to increase your income. If you only make 150 grand and that's the most money you ever make in a year your entire life, then it's going to take you a long ass time to get to $1 million after you take out living expenses and taxes and food and cars and all the other bullshit that comes along with life. It's going to take you forever. The one lever that you can pull that will accelerate the speed and the velocity that you approach wealth at is going to be your income. So it would be a good idea to figure out what you could do to get more income today, and that's what we're talking about. 3 ways that you can get more deals today. More deals done. The first way, make the call to one of your top 3 customers, to all your top 3 customers, and get referrals from them. This is the way to bypass 90% of the sales process. Number 2, move an existing customer that you have up in package or recontract them before their existing contract expires. That's another way for you to grab more revenue today, more income today. And then number 3 way, and then we're going to get into all the callers because I know you guys have questions on this. Number 3 way to get a deal today without starting a new sales cycle, without starting a new process, without running an ad, without making a cold call, okay? Number 3 way. These are gold. I mean, if you guys can pull one deal from each of these every 30 days, dude, it's going to start feeding the momentum cycle, dude. Number 3 way, call every customer in the last 12 months that you pitched your product to that said no. They were interested enough to see a presentation. They were interested enough to spend the time with you. They were interested enough to show up for an appointment, schedule an appointment, follow your emails, get on the phone with you, make the call to the people that have seen your product or your service in the last 12 months and said no. Chances are they didn't make a decision for any product or service, right? It could be bad timing. They could have got a new owner or a new decision maker in place. Who knows? A lot of things could have changed. These are all opportunities that you have that are sitting right in front of you. Not one of these requires a cold call. Not one of these things requires you to go find a new customer. We talk about low-hanging fruit when we put training programs. Like when we sign companies up for Cardone University, we have companies that pay us hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for Cardone University. When we go in there, the first thing that we do is we try to find the low-hanging fruit. Where are the deals that are sitting in front of you right now that you're missing? You know, hey, Johnny, I sell furniture for Ashley Furniture. You came in, you bought 30 grand worth of furniture. How's everything going? Great. How was the service? Great. Did you have a good experience with me? Yeah? Great. Hey, let me ask you, who do you know that's moving, planning on moving, or just moving into a new place? Give me the names of 2 people, the first 2 people that come to mind. And if there's not 2 people you can think of, who are the first 2 people that you could think of that might be in a situation where they could move? Give me 2 names. I just want to at least introduce myself to them. So if they're ever in the market for furniture, I have a shot at the business. It's an easy call, right? And if you can create a lot of activity doing that and then drop those new referrals into a sales cycle, your business, your pipeline will just start expanding without you having to go find new business. But see, most people are so interested in where the next thing is at that they don't nurture the thing that they have to find the 3 or 4 deals from that one customer rather than going out to find one new customer. If you've been doing the same thing for 3 or 4 or 5 years, you should not be looking for new customers. You should be able to have so much built-in business that you don't have to go look for new customers. All you have to do is manage the business, the book of business that you have, mine it appropriately for referrals, and continue to build relationships. I guarantee you that these 3 ways will increase business for you, and you could probably get a deal, if not today, by the end of the week by doing one of those 3 things. But if you don't make the call, if you don't do anything after the show, nothing will change for you. That's why you got to compress the time. Compress the time, write down each of these things, write down customers that fit into each of those categories, 3 for each. Make 9 phone calls today. Can you make 9 calls today? Please make 9 phone calls. Make these be your 9 phone calls and tell me after those 9 phone calls that you aren't incrementally further than you are when you're making cold calls. Guarantee it. Let's go to some callers on the phone, answer some questions. Nate, what's happening? Welcome to Young Hustlers.
Yo, my brother, this first time calling in on the Young Hustlers. How you been, man?
My man, good to have you on here.
Yeah. So I wanted to call in because I'm, listening to you here, and some of this, what you're saying, like, I directly related to you from my days as a realtor. Asking for referrals, getting those reviews, like that was the lifeblood. But so we run an ad agency now, and we depend on them referrals the same. But, we're only a few months in. So we don't have those existing customers, that deep database of existing customers to be going after, like you're talking about today. And so I've been leveraging cold email.
Yeah.
I find the clients I want to work with, and I reach out to them with a cold email in a very specific way. I know I can work with them. What's your thoughts on leveraging that for getting customers today, shortening that sales cycle? I know you're saying, though.
Yeah, that's a great lever to pull. The cold email is a lever to pull. But, to get the clients that you want to do business with. But we
Right.
do business with clients that we, probably wouldn't be our first choice to do business with. I mean, we don't do anything unethical, but like, dude, you got to pull all these levers, man. You got to get all the business. Like, you got to think like, and I know that you said you're in digital advertising.
Right.
Yeah, so in that space, like sometimes a smaller customer probably isn't somebody that you'd want to have because of the amount of work that requires based on what you get paid on the deal. The costs don't balance out. So you're probably looking for companies that are kind of in a certain level, have a certain spend. But man, I'd focus on, if I were you, I'd focus on getting all the business that fits in your criteria and not just the business you want to have or that fits in a certain area or segment, so that you can actually build clients. Like your successful clients will evangelize you and your company. So maybe you take clients now today that you wouldn't take a year from now. We definitely took deals when Grant and I, when I first came to work for Grant, I took deals in the beginning that we would never take today. We worked with customers that we would never work with. Like we put up with bullshit that we would never put up with today. Like, because we're just at a different place. So, again, what I would say is even if you do one deal and it's a break-even deal for you, if you do these other things right, like the stuff from your realtor day, then you got a shot at turning that one customer into 3 or 4. So, I would just say keep all those levers pulling, man. Another great place to get business is your competition. A lot of times your competitors in your space or in your area, they like to advertise who their clients are. They like to share success stories. I love poaching clients. That's a great thing to do. Because they're already.
I've been focusing on that to try and get. So I'm going to more of the industry events. So I'm in the space of real estate and tech. I want to work with the companies that are disrupting the way real estate is operating today. I'm not satisfied with the status quo of it. So
good.
We're going to all the industry events, getting in there, getting the FaceTime, and what I've been leveraging, and I want to get your opinion on this, is the second page of any proposal that we give to a client. So they're already screened before we give that proposal. Is the second page they see is going to be client referrals. So I hit them right up the front. There's a face, testimonial, name, and company, right about who I've worked with and served and their words. And again, we reinforce that later in the proposal. What's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, no, dude, testimonials are a great thing to lead with. They're a great thing to sprinkle throughout. They're a great thing to close with. Testimonials, third-party validation is one of the most powerful sales tools that people have. So that's why in the beginning, getting clients that have won or that have had good results is so important. So, like, I would just tell you, maybe you're a little looser on the clients that you accept today, because those assets are going to be so valuable to you when you're trying to go out and get new business that you get a little loose on who you're willing to do business with. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Dude, I appreciate the call. Thanks for calling in, man.
We got Danny in North Carolina.
Next caller, Danny from North Carolina. What's going on? You're you're in the Young Hustler Show. What's happening, man?
Hey, man, what's going on?
What's up?
Thanks for having me on.
Hey, dude. So let me ask you this. What do you do for work, and what are you doing to get business today?
Yeah, so I actually do digital marketing. My business partner has been on the show a couple of times. He actually met you at the Funnel Hackers Live, which is really cool. I was really jealous. So I do digital marketing out in Raleigh, North Carolina, and to get leads right now, we're doing multiple ways. I've done cold emails. One of the ways I've done it is through LinkedIn, and then reaching out to people from that, whether it's messages and then calling them, and then just asking them about their business, hearing more about their business. And people are really open to that. Obviously people like talking more about themselves than they want me to, talk about my services. And it's been working really, really well. And I really recently just started doing the LinkedIn super heavily about a week and a half ago. And in just a week and a half, I've sent out 20 contracts just myself.
Wow, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been amazing. But my question is, when I send out those contracts, is there a specific way you guys follow up with those people to get them back? Because sometimes I always set a follow-up day, from the look at the contract, and then we reach out again and talk to them and try to, finish that out. But sometimes, for some reason they're busy or something happens. Is there a way, do you guys have like a process, or do you have a process where I could, get back to them, get on a call with them and finish that out as soon as possible? Because sometimes these can drag out for like an extra couple of weeks, to be honest.
No. And sometimes weeks can become months.
Yeah.
So sometimes months become years. So we got clients that fall all the way in that thing. You think you did everything right. You think you got a deal. You send a contract, and then they go dark. So yeah, I would tell you that like the question that you're asking, the answer is follow-up, is creative follow-up. So like that is we've got programs in Cardone University that if you were going through, are you on Cardone University, by the way?
I'm not, no.
Have you been to our boot camp yet?
No.
Okay. So you definitely need to get on one of those. The boot camp's coming up in July, the 20th through the 22nd. GrantCardoneBootCamp.com for more information there. It's 3 days. We cover exactly what I'm going to talk to you now about. Cardone University does the same thing. It's about follow-up. So it's about what are you doing to be creative, to stand out, to stay in front of the customer without like getting deal hungry. Like, where are we at in the deal? Are you guys ready to do the deal yet? Are you ready to move forward? Have you made a decision one way or the other? Like there's a way to do the follow-up thing that actually keeps people engaged. Most of our deals that we're working, particularly with companies that are, they're doing 40 or 50 or 100 million or 200 million a year in sales. These are longer sales cycle deals where you have to be creative and you have to be persistent, and you're not the only one going up against the business. And they've got, for a company that has, maybe 30 salespeople, our program's going to cost them 70 grand a year. Like 70 grand a year is what they're looking at from our perspective, but they're trying to make a $12 million acquisition on the other hand, or buy a $14 million building, or whatever the case is. Like you got to understand that there's so many things that they're working with that you got to be really, really strong and have a system and have some freaking some tricks, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, some tricks for follow-up. So we cover that extensively in Cardone U. We covered at the boot camp. Both of those you can get smoking deals on right now if you go to grantcardone.com/sale. Cardone University is at its lowest price that it's been the entire year. grantcardone.com/sale to take advantage of that. Dude, I appreciate your call, Danny. Get super creative with your follow-up. Be persistent, and those deals will start falling for you. Next caller, Natty OG 305. Till I die.
All right, Danny in North Carolina.
That's who we just called. That's who we just talked to.
Casey in Texas.
Casey from Texas. Welcome to the show, Young Hustlers.
Matt in Toronto.
Come on, dude. You are just all over the place. Matt in Toronto, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, eh?
Good. Good.
Yeah, we always, dude, we make fun of how everybody talks, but we're laughing
That's
with
okay.
you. We're laughing with you, not at you. Like, I'll
We're the
ask you.
friendliest people in the world, don't worry.
Yeah, dude.
You don't mind.
Yeah, I know. We do sales calls, just like a side note. So Matt's calling from Canada. When the sales team gets like lists from Canada, it's always like dessert for them, because like Canadians will like rarely ever hang up on you. Like, they're so polite.
Yeah.
The British are like that too. The British are. We were just in London the last week for an event that we put together over there and setting some business stuff up. And their people are so polite and they're so proper, It's crazy. Anyways, dude, what's your question, bro? I want to help you out.
Yeah, so basically, I just listened to the Millennial Money Mistakes podcast that you're on.
Yeah.
And basically, right now, I'm starting a fitness business online. And what my question is I was asking, is there anything like you could recommend, like a best practice in regards to getting yourself out there on the internet? Like, I'm looking at doing Facebook and Instagram ads, and I didn't really know like if that would be like the best investment for me, because like you were saying in that podcast, like I've saved up quite a sum of money at this point, and I'm looking to make an investment, whether that was going to be in the real estate or market, but I'm building a business. So I'm kind of torn between the cost of the Facebook and Instagram advertising and if that really is a best practice.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like advertising is always a great thing, but when we started, we didn't start with advertising. We started with content, right? Like we had to start with content. We had to find our message. We had to work all that stuff out. And then, and frankly, we were a little late to the game with digital advertising, with Facebook and social media advertising on all the platforms. We were a little late to the game. But when we came in, we really understood our message. We really understood our products. We had a ton of successes and wins from people. But the cool thing too is like the data that you can get from the ad platforms, like it makes it kind of like fail safe. Like when something's not working right away, and you don't need to start with a big budget. But I would say is use your content to really work your message out, whatever that is going to be for you.
I feel confident in my content, and I feel confident in like my program and everything that I am bringing to the table. Where I feel like I'm having the issue is I need to get myself out there. Like I believe that the majority of my clientele is going to come from an online basis, so that's where I'm trying to get myself seen.
Do you have a website?
I do, yes. I've just purchased it. I'm building it right now. I have all my programs ready.
Okay, so you have a URL, not a website.
Yes, I have a URL,
okay.
Not a website.
So the second thing is, do you have a YouTube channel?
I just built it right now, yes.
Okay.
I'm doing everything right at the beginning. Like I wanted to make sure that I wasn't learning as I was going. I wanted to have my content ready. I wanted to have my programs ready. I wanted to have everything set and then start from there.
Dude, shoot 3 videos today and put them on your YouTube channel.
Okay.
You're doing a lot of planning, man. Like you're asking, how do I get my name out? And you don't have like 2 of the main platforms that you need to get your name out. So like don't add any more time to it. Start shooting videos today, put them on Instagram. Start shooting videos today, put them on your YouTube channel. You don't need all of those things to get to where you need to be. Like we have a partner in our business in Canada, and in their first year, they've done $2.7 million in sales, and they don't even have a website.
Wow.
So what they're doing is they're picking up the phone and they're cold calling people, and they're getting out of obscurity, and they're jumping in people's faces, and they're slamming deals. Like you don't need to add a whole bunch of time. Like you need to start. Because what could happen, I don't know if this is what happened to you, but for a lot of people, they get in your situation and they never get off the ground. They're constantly looking at preparing and planning that next thing, and then they never do the first thing that actually gets them in the ring to have a shot at getting the business. So what can you do first? Start now.
So if you were in my shoes, sorry, like right now, like I'm definitely taking all this on. Now, if you, in the podcast, you were talking about how you like saved up that first $100,000 and you gave it to Grant, and then he invested that with you. Like if I'm in my position now, should I be focusing on building my business, or should I still be looking at expanding my, by buying a property or investing my money?
How much money do you have in the bank right now?
$100,000.
How much money did you make last year?
After taxes, like 30, 35.
Dude, income
Not
right
much.
now. Income,
that's what you were just saying. I fully heard you loud and clear on that. I got to get my income up.
Yeah, that is like the one thing. I literally just posted a video about this on my Instagram. You can follow me at Jared Glant on Instagram. It was a good post, right? So like the income is the thing that gets people rich. It's not investments. Let me just explain that, right? Income is the thing that gets you rich. It's not investments. People are always like, right now you're thinking, hey, what's the investment? What's the investment? What's the investment? When you get rid of that $100,000, like you're probably going to make less than 10% on that money. And depending on what you invested in, it ain't even going to cash flow. Like you put it in the stock market, you're not getting checks every month. You put it in the stock market, you're going to hope you're going to cross your fingers, you're going to hope, you're going to wish, you're going to pray that it goes up. And then at some point, for you to get your money out, you got to sell the stock. And then you pay tax on it, right? So if you don't have money to invest, you can't have an investment.
Yeah.
And too many people focus on, wow, I've got $100,000. What do I do with it? Dude, $100,000 ain't shit.
Yeah, trust me, I know. I have it, and now I know that.
Yeah, no. I thought $100,000. I was like, dude, when I get to $100,000, and it's crazy how it sounds so self-absorbed or arrogant or I don't know, dismissive. But the second you get to $100,000, it's like a milestone for you. You're like, oh my God, it's great, and then you realize, dude, this ain't shit.
Yeah,
it's
exactly
no money. Right now. So the only way, dude, if you're taking home 30 grand, dude, how old are you?
Like I'm on a salary. I'm 25. I'm on a salary of about like 65,000.
Yeah, dude.
If
you don't ever make more money than 65 grand a year, you won't be a millionaire until you're 60.
That's why I'm trying to start my business. I'm trying to get out of this. Like
Exactly.
I have my first 100 grand. Now I'm thinking like, do I dump my money in advertising or do I buy a property?
Dude, forget about the 100 grand that you have and go figure out, like, dude, maybe you take 10 grand of it and work with Facebook ads, you know?
Yeah.
It's just you're so early on. And, like, I wish somebody would have told me. I mean, I did. I had Grant being like, dude, that ain't shit, bro. You ain't, like, you're nowhere yet. You made 200 grand. Dude, it's no money. It's nothing. Like you really have to focus all your energy on, like, how do I increase my income as fast as possible without being distracted? So without going, man, I want to start this business, but then I can't do my job that pays me my 65 grand, and then I lose that job, and now I've got nothing. Like, you start jumping around. Like, dude, you got to go all in on the one thing. If the business thing is something that you can build and that doesn't affect your primary business, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's what I think I have with this fitness business, because I've done a lot of work for the last year.
Yeah.
I'm kind of at the point where right now I've put all that, I've done all the work that I would have been doing during the day where I would have been at work. Now I'm kind of at this point where, like, I'm between my day job and then my passion, and I want to put all my energy towards that passion, and I'm looking for, like, the best way to execute. And I definitely hear you loud and clear on everything you're saying in regards to the money. I completely agree. I just didn't know if I should be trying to, like, I know a lot of people put all this money in Facebook advertising and then it doesn't work out. So I don't want to make a foolish mistake where I can get guidance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So look, like, you don't have to go spend 100 grand in Facebook. Like, you can start in increments. You could run an ad for $50 and then see if it works. Like you don't have to go, like, all into it. Like, none of the guys, like, I know guys that spend millions of dollars per month on Facebook. Millions per month on Facebook. When they test an ad, they test it with $500. They don't go all in. Dude, they test it and they find out what works. So, dude, the bottom line is this. You don't need to be worried, like, a single bit about investment until your income is just cracking. Like, my income, I saw my income increasing every month. Like, literally every month my income increased. I went from 3 grand to 3,500 to 4,000 to 5,000 a month to 6,000 a month to 6,500 a month to 8,000 a month to 10,000 a month. Like, literally month by month, because of the way I got paid, every month I saw my income increasing. And then it was like 150, and then 200, and then 280, and then 350, and then 400, and then 600, and then, like, it starts. But I know, like, I'm not even focused on the investment money that I have. I mean, I've put every penny, I've literally put over $1 million into investment with Grant. I don't even think about it. Like, I don't even think about it. It's not even there for me. I'm focused on increasing my income. That's the one singular focus that I have. So until you get to the point where you have hundreds of thousands in the bank, you shouldn't even be thinking about, like, how can I invest this money? You know, Grant has options. He will have an option for you in the near future for anybody to come in and invest in his deals with, like, small increments of money. But the singular focus that you should have is increasing your income. That is the number one single most important driver that you have, the lever that you can pull, the thing that you can control that will determine the level of financial success that you have in your life. Focus all your energy and attention there, and you're going to be good to go. Let's go to the next caller. Christian, what's happening? Christian,
Hello?
in Fresno, what's going on?
What's up, man? What's up, Jared?
What's up, brother, man?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, man. Real good. Thanks for calling into the show. You got a question?
Yeah, man. I have 2 questions. I just started up my lead generation agency, and I had a question on upsells. And I know that upsells are really important. My main question is, if I'm just providing leads, I know I have more potential with, like, a client to help them out, like, within maybe, like, sales or something. And I want to know, like, on your opinion on it. Like, how should I come at an upsell if I'm just giving a company leads? Like, I know I could provide more. Like, maybe like even handling social media. And I don't really want to do that, but I was just thinking that could be a possibility, and I wanted to know.
Yeah, so what I would say is this. Level 1 of your package is going to be provide leads. Level 2 of your package is going to be provide leads through a system that'll move the customer further down the sales cycle. And then number 3 is you're going to create the lead, you're going to nurture the lead, and then you're going to take the lead all the way down to conversion, and then you're just going to refer the sale back to them. So you could have 3 levels of your offer.
Okay, I see it then. And then also I was going to ask you, Jared, can you, I wanted to try my cold call on you for the first time. I just turned 18 and I just started.
Come on, Christian, let's go, man. Bring it. Bring your game, bro.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hey, this is Jared.
Hey, Jared, how are you doing? My name's Christian Lossley, and with 30 minutes of your time, I know that you're looking for leads, and I have
Wrong. There was a lot that happened there. We've got programs that will actually have. Do you have Millions on the Phone or Phone Sales Mastery or Cardone University or any of those programs?
No, man. The only thing I have is the book, the Over 100 Ways to Close a Deal.
Yeah, dude. What you need to do is you need to get one of the phone programs because we actually script all this out. We give you a format for all this, but you got to think like, dude, if you're calling somebody, like that was a sales pitch from the beginning.
Yeah.
Would you agree? Like if you got that call, that's a sales pitch from the beginning. Let me tell you exactly what you did. Hey, Jared, my name's Christian. How you doing? The reason I'm calling is because with 30 minutes of your time, blah, blah, blah. Like,
No, yeah, I totally messed up. Yeah, that was
you kind of steamrolled it. So, I would just be like, I wouldn't ask how I'm doing because at this point that's not important. I'd be like, hey, Christian, my name's Jared. I work with so-and-so. We provide leads for organizations like yours. I want to give you the opportunity to get 500 leads absolutely free. My hope is, Christian, that if I get you some opportunities and you close some business, then you may want to have another conversation with me about what else I can do for you.
Right, and then also, and then I would also add, because the leads that I'm getting, it's people that want to move out in 60 days. So whenever I would cold call, that would be my hook. Like, hey, listen, these people, they want to move out in 60 days, and I don't know if you can handle that responsibility. And that would be like my question in the middle of the cold call. You know what I mean? To like grab that attention. Do you think that I'm doing good in that?
Yeah. So number one is the more conversational you can make a cold call, the better call it'll be. Like this was something that I realized, like you get super hung up into your pitch, into your script. You've got to have a script, but the second that you know what you're going to say or where you're going to go, you got to get rid of the script and you have to talk to people. Because when you get too rote and you get too locked into something, people can tell. So it could be something like, hey, Christian, my name's Jared. My company is called X. We've identified a way to capture leads that are ready to convert within the next 60 days, but most companies that I talk to aren't set up to actually handle the traffic. I'd love to give you 25 of these leads to see what you can do with them, because my ultimate goal would be to find a partnership with a company like yours that could actually maximize the lead I'm creating. Do you have a couple minutes so I can explain to you how it works?
That's perfect. That's a perfect cold call situation. I didn't even think of that at all.
Like, you don't have to be sneaky about it, dude. Like, just talk to people. Cold calls are such a low conversion rate. Like, the thing you can be that'll get you further than anything. Johnny, what are you doing, bro? Stop fooling around. Yeah, you do. You're putting shit on my face over there in the pictures. Photoshop. Sorry, dude. Sorry, Johnny or Christian. They're just messing with me right now. So yeah, dude. Look, just be conversational about it. Tell them exactly what you're looking to do. I've got a system that can identify people that are ready to convert in the next 60 days, but I can't find a company to partner with that can actually make the sale. I'd love to give you a handful of these leads for free to see if there's something that you guys can get some business out of, to see if you and me can have a bigger partnership. How's that sound?
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Also, yeah, I mean, that sounds amazing. And then also, do I have to have, when I'm going into leads, I know that I don't have to know everything right off the bat. Do I just tell them, hey, look, I know I could get these leads, which I know I can, but I wanted to exceed their expectation, make the value seem more than what it actually is, because that's the whole goal.
How do you get them the lead?
It's through Facebook ads strictly.
Okay. So, and you can get the leads down, cost per lead down pretty low?
Yeah, oh yeah, very low. Yeah, pretty low.
How many clients do you have right now?
Honestly, I just started and I'm in the process of getting one, and I've helped them out.
Good,
Get,
good. That's all I need to know. So like right now, what you need to do is you need to like, and I was just talking with this to a guy earlier in the show about this. You have to do things now that are not going to be sustainable for your business long term. You have to do things now to help you win deals that 6 months from now, when you have 30 clients, you won't need to do anymore. Okay? So like what I would do is you got to come into that call with something that sounds so good that they can't say no to it.
Right, exactly. I didn't want to fake it or anything. That's what
No, dude, you don't need to fake nothing. You just need to be like, hey, yo, dude, my name's Christian. I have a company called X. We provide businesses with yours with leads that are ready to convert in 60 days. I want to give you access to these leads for free because talk is cheap. If I give you 15 leads, can you put them in your sales department to get somebody to call them and close them? Truth is, sir, I know that if you're able to get some deals out of this, then me and you might have something else to talk about. Sound fair enough?
Yeah. Would you also charge them on the commission on the leads that they close, or should I just be?
That's my gift to you. That's my gift to you right now, man. My gift to you is these opportunities because I'm looking for a long-term relationship with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? If you don't make money off these leads, then I don't deserve to make money off these leads.
Right. Okay, I see.
Dude, like you got to get in the game right now. Like maybe you end up not giving him free leads, you end up charging him for free leads. Maybe you get in the door with, hey, I got 100 leads that I can hook you up with that have been active in the last 90 days. Okay, these are going to close at a 2% conversion rate. But I also have some of these Glengarry leads that are hot and identified as ready to purchase in the next 30 days. If you want to get access to these leads, it would only be X.
Right. Okay, I see then. I see that. That totally helped me out a lot. Thank you so much, Jared, for real.
All right, dude. I appreciate the call. Thanks for calling into the show. Thank you all for tuning into the show today. Check out our Memorial Day sale. Best prices that we've had all year in the store. We've been holding these sales back. You guys probably noticed the store's prices. We haven't had a sale in a while. So if you go to grantcardone.com/sale, these deals are good through the weekend. Cardone University is on sale. Our certification programs are on sale. Our books are on sale. Our audios are on sale. Our planners are on sale. We got a great deal going for Memorial Day weekend. But the best deal that you have is getting deals today using these three things. Work your power base, upsell people or recontract them early, and then number 3, call and work clients that were interested or through your sales cycle within the last 12 months. Call them up, be like, hey man, how'd we miss the deal? What'd we do? Has anything changed on your end? Easy phone calls, not cold, not new. I promise you. Put three prospects down in each of those categories and you'll get yourself a deal by the end of the week. Remember, the only people who condemn the hustle are the ones who've already given up on the hustle themselves.
Producers and creators are the sources of all value on the planet. MC Lobster, the host of the top-rated business and investing podcast Cashflow Ninja, is on a mission with Producers Wealth to help producers create, protect, and multiply their wealth outside of Wall Street in any economy by creating systems and processes that help them increase their production, provides them with liquidity, passive income generators, and opportunities for enormous growth. Learn more about their time-tested and proven systems at yourownbankingsystem.com. That's yourownbankingsystem.com.